We're now on our page. make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're officially on the road to 500.
Shits and gigs, yeah. Why don't we shame women as much as we shame men for having sex toys?
And I would not feel comfortable knowing that I've got a torso in my wardrobe at home.
Cause you know I'm trying to change. If I ever took a loss, charge it to the game. When we see guys, we don't.
And we're back, three at the back.
Is everything recording? Yeah,
we're in. How's it going, bro?
I was laughing at Ron getting hacked.
Ron got hacked.
I don't know what dodgy links you're getting.
Ron's on Yash and he click link. They got him.
They said free OnlyFans.
What Ron said was funny. Said every time I get back in, the other girl will kick me back in. It's your page, bro. Get your page back.
I said, man, how they kick you out your real page?
It's the funniest part was a message. Do you want your page back?
No, that's insulting. Those are fighting words. What like, if you want to take my page, take it, but don't text me, do I want it back?
Oh, man. Do you know, I almost clicked the link because it was from Ron. Then I read it again. I was like, why is this nigga sending? I'm not clicking this.
You know what alarm bells were ringing for me? I was seeing charging messages from our group chat pop in. So somebody that's chatting to us in the group chat isn't going to text me and say, hi there.
Have you ever been hacked?
No.
I got one. Tell me about this.
The closest I got to hacked was back when niggas were raping people. Yeah. So like they'll go into a thing and they'll start posting dicks and all this random shit.
I love cock.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gay. I love cock. Give it to me. Just like, bro, move, man.
In 2020, I'll just own it. I'm like, yeah, man. I'll just own it, man.
Yeah, but that's the closest thing that I've had to be.
Oh yeah, the frapes was what we were called back in the days.
Yeah, which is a wild word for it.
Yeah. Anyways, we're here. We are charged to the game. This is the podcast with the highest level analysis culture needs.
Skirt.
I'm Uncle Jay, but you want to call me Jordan, and I'm here with.
No, she goes her voice big Disney with the Midas touching that.
How's it going, bro? How you been?
Bro, I'm tired, bro.
Yeah. Oh, it's. You know what it is? I'm tired of moaning about being tired, so I'm just gonna go through it because I think people are sick of hearing me tired about moaning about being tired. So I just move and.
But you know what? I'm cool. Yeah, that's what
you know that
good.
I actually wanted to ask. This a month ago now. We started the new year. Mm-hmm. When the year started, I remember we did that episode. You said, "Hey, this is the year. I'm gonna put work in, the effort I'm gonna put on the podcast. I'm gonna put into my life." Give us an update. How's that been going,
bro? Just be happy to see me. Mine's just been surviving, bro. All jokes aside, I've just been surviving, man. I'm just trying to get up, just do what needs to be done. Like,
I remember I was laughing. I was saying, "Oh, it's only 8 days into January." Now it's like 6 weeks in, and I'm like, "Yo, I need to get a grasp."
And it feels like it's been so hard to get a grasp of things because recently, it just feels like it's just not even recently because it's been happening for a while, but it just feels like it's one thing after another thing. Like even like I was saying on the last episode with my car, because the plan is fix the car, put it through NCT, sell the car. I bought the engine months ago, so the engine's just been sitting there, just waiting for this nigga to put it in. Now it's like every minute something else is coming up. So get there, engine needs to be fixed. Calm. It's telling me clutch needs to be fixed. Calm. Needs a new battery. Okay. What's called? I was just gonna go in there, put the car through the car wash, Hoover, all that stuff. Can't do that.
Yeah.
They decided the car needs to be valeted. Have to do that. What's called? The fucking heater isn't working. Have to do that. What's called? They put me on I was trying to get NCT. Why is NCT telling me the next available date is the 4th of May?
Brother, they tried to do that to me, but my mom had a hookup.
That's crazy that it's your mom that had the hookup to the NCT center.
There was one Congolese uncle works there. He says, text this guy. Mm-hmm. Literally, he says, when do you want to come in? I said, what? He says, I have a spot for you. Say this is Thursday. He says, I have a spot for you. I'm off Monday, but Tuesday you can bring your car. I was like, all right. I went in. Do you know when people do like the pre-prep and all that stuff? I said, if Tuesday is the available day, let me just go in. Drove it in. Passed first time, 2 years. After this year, I'm selling that car. I'm selling while the NCT is still strong on there. But just even on that adulthood thing, I tweeted it one day. I said, I understand why people do coke. I get it. It's a law. Now, like, that, I don't know if you've seen Drewski, that skit where he's in work and he's actually having fun with his work wife, they're twerking and everything. And then his actual wife picks him up. It's a skit. And his actual wife picks him up in the car, 2 kids, and he has to go back to his real life, and he's pissed. He's like, get in the back of the car. I'm like, I hear it. Because he has 2 kids to look after. he has car payments, he has mortgage, and this is his actual reality.
Yeah.
The escape is when he's in there for 8 hours with this good-looking woman and he gets to flirt a little bit. So I'm like, no, I get why these adults, I understand why work affairs are prevalent.
I get it.
Second, I get why people do coke.
Well, okay, I'm gonna get to my last point.
Yeah.
But I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, you know what life needs? Life needs a pause button. Like I don't need a day off.
Yeah.
Because with a day off, someone can still call you. Life is still happening, and then you also with your day off, you're thinking about all the other things you're supposed to
have
be
to-
doing.
yeah.
I need a thing that just lets me pause it when nothing's happening. It's still the same day, still the same hour. I just have a second to just be like,
Yeah.
and then go back.
Because holidays is holidays a pause when you go abroad, but you still have to come back and deal with the shit.
Life's still going on.
But sometimes it feels like it's not though.
Yeah, that's but that's because you're ignoring it.
The start of the holiday, when you get to like those last 2 days, you're like, "Fuck me."
Yeah, that's
I gotta
because
go back
like
and deal with the reality.
once I'm thinking about I have to check in. Once I'm thinking about I have to check in for my flight. Holidays done, bro.
And then I think about what time is the taxi coming? What time is this? What time are we checking out the hotel? What time
Do you
we
know
checking?
what I'm saying? Oh, we need to be there at this time. Is there going to be traffic? Fuck all that, man. What's up? Speaking of holidays, do you have anything booked?
Yeah, I'm going to my friend's wedding. It's pretty soon actually.
Yeah, actually, how do you feel about going night?
I don't feel anything. I feel like I feel like it's my opportunity to catch up and rest and sleep. Like that's only. I honestly don't feel anything. I'm looking forward to it for his wedding, but at the same time, it's like I'm going to the embassy soon, so people told me to write off that day.
Yeah.
Just kind of in that. But other than that, I think we have plans. Then my mother-in-law's 60th is at the end of the year. Probably do some then, and then maybe another our first family holiday as well, sometime this year.
Oh, first time holiday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
somewhere in
Portugal or
Europe, somewhere like within a 1 hour, 2 hour flight. I don't know. Like I don't want to do too long of a flight with
doing a long ass flight with a
youth. It's just too much. Maybe, but next year he'll be like maybe around 1.5. Maybe I'll go to like Dubai. Dubai is probably the most ideal place to go with a youth. It's caters to everybody.
Everything's family friendly and shit like
It
that.
caters to everything. If you want to be an Insta body, it's Insta body friendly as well. So it just caters to everything. How about you? You doing anything?
What's called? One of the boys get married in Morocco,
Okay.
and I think we're going somewhere for a stag.
For a stag as well.
Yeah.
I think we're doing a stag while we're in
Oh yeah, that makes
Lagos
sense.
because we're going to, I think, his home village. Shout out Morris, man. Morris
No,
loves the pod.
what's called because he lives out in Canada, so
Oh, okay.
so I think they're doing court stuff
Yeah.
in and around the stag. So it's like while they're on this side of the country, side of the world, do whatever we need to do. All that shit happens. But to be fair, I don't know. Recently, I feel like I just haven't really been thinking about like holidays and stuff like that.
I'm the same.
But do you feel? I know everybody feels like they need a holiday, but do you feel like you urgently need one?
Not right now. I don't need a holiday, no, because I feel like last year I got better and I went to like Dubai, and by the end of the year and all that. So I think, I don't think I need a holiday. And I'm not even looking at this trip as a holiday per se. I'm looking at it as like a mission. We're going there for a purpose. I'm not really going there for like relaxation, because I know obviously with African weddings, there's a lot of traditional things that you probably have to attend to or do. And it's in a country where also I might not feel the safest. Like just because you hear all these news and people like sharing stuff, all the Nairas at this price, probably. So because my mind is already like, this might be a different kind of vibe. I don't know, but it's funny because it's all about marketing. When we go to Asia or these places in Asia, we'll probably have the same poverty, the same. We just feel like, oh yeah, but it's Bali. It's the aesthetics are nicer. This is because I got it from Temi. I think Fred's wife got him a ticket to Barbados for their for their birthday or whatever, their anniversary. She got him a ticket to Barbados. Temi was like, would I go the same if you got her a ticket to Lagos because she's from Barbados? But it's like, no, it's she just got you a ticket back home. But because of marketing and branding, it works better for them. So are you looking forward to any holidays?
Honestly, I don't really have anything planned. Like I said, I haven't really been focused on shit that has been far. Like I'm low key joking, but not joking. Like I've been just trying to survive, bro. Like I haven't really been thinking about I want to go do this and I want to go do this. I've just been more, let me just try and sort out my
Week
day
by
today.
week, yeah.
What about you? I remember you were talking about it was imbalanced in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Trying to get a hold of everything. How are you feeling about it now?
Yeah, I think like it was a lot taken on. Like again, I've talked about this. If it was up to me, I would have stayed in my previous company at least for another year while I settle this life. Because the devil, you know the system, you know the way you work around it. So, but changing roles and now house finna it was then not your sleep pattern is off. Because people say, oh, your life changes so drastically. Your life does, I'm sure, but because of the life I was living, it didn't change like so drastically. I wasn't like going out. I wasn't doing this or this. I was in the crib most of the time. Now I'm in the crib with a youth.
It didn't slow you down.
Yeah, it's a subtle change, not like the people something like having a baby alters, like really puts stuff. So I did struggle mentally for a while. I think even my missus was texting you to tell you like yo, he's struggling a bit right now because with the pod and we're coming back into a new year, we want to step it up a level. And then we're at work. I'm new here. I don't know anything, so I want to prove myself at work. And then at home, I have a youth. I don't want to leave everything to her. I want to prove myself here. So
Do you still go into work trying to prove yourself?
not this one. This one I don't care. I don't know who's watching it. But I'm, like on Monday, I'm going into the meeting. I'm telling them like your ways of working are shit. It's not efficient that I'm standing here with this guy watching him work, and then you're asking me why is all the shit not getting done. I'm like, fuck this, man.
Yeah,
like,
like,
I don't
grown
prepare
ass
for
man.
myself anymore. Yeah, exactly. So,
Why am I babysitting you? Like,
and which is why I was like, I didn't sign up for this. You can't give me a senior role, and I'm standing next to someone as they work. Like, makes no sense. So, I don't have that in me anymore to go like, oh, because Morris was asking me, it's like, now that you have a youth, do you have this thing that like, oh, I want to work hard and prove myself? Like, nope. I couldn't care less. But I'll never feel like that about a corporate gig. I don't like. I'm not passionate about anything corporate. But I think I'm finding, like, to answer your question, I think now I'm starting to find the balance a bit better. It takes time, and I had to give myself grace. I'm like 3 months in, and I'm kind of like, okay, it's better now.
yeah, what's called? Because we touched on it on the last episode, but I didn't really. Are you a person that would look for revenge, like within any aspect or any realm? It doesn't have to be relationship like the last episode.
I used to. I think during my first breakup, like that again, I've talked about it so many times. I just didn't, the emotions I was feeling, I didn't know what to do or how to handle it. And you try to exercise all different options to see what will make you feel better. And when I did it, and I was like, I just looked like a fool. Like whatever I was trying to pursue or to do, I just felt like I was looking stupid, and the other person, it didn't make me feel better. So I don't anymore. What about yourself?
I've never really been the most like, especially in terms of like, let's say relationship and shit like that. I've never really been the most revengey person.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of like, do you get what I'm saying?
What's it gonna do?
Yeah, but and also like, because like the amount of times I've been on TikTok and I'm seeing, oh, she cheated on me, so I decided I'm gonna ruin her life, or he cheated on me, so I'm gonna ruin his life. I don't know if I have it in them to become that person towards you. Do you know what I'm saying? However, if it's up, we can run some revenge.
Because some of the TikTok stories I hear you, because some of the TikTok stories I hear it's like, that's not enough for me then to get revenge or seek what you did. But the stories I heard from, I think, Amanda on Where's Your Head At, I can understand more why you felt revenge. Because she spent 6 years of trying to confront you and actually address the issue. And all you did was gaslight her, only for her to be right all along. I can understand someone saying, I'm taking your car back to fucking, you find your way home from Kerry. It's not even revenge to an extent, like saying like,
Yeah, because like,
or is it just a reaction to an emotion?
It is kind of, but sometimes some people are like, no, I'm gonna like. I remember hearing one. It was like, oh, he found out that his wife was cheating, so he started like, so he contacted a lawyer, like everything behind her back, just kind of like building his case, and like kind of a situation. Then he sprung it on her, like I think it was a wedding or like one of these things, and he sprung it on her, and then he left. Or another person decided to change his whole life and get rid of everything, sell everything, kick her out, have her have nowhere to go, and all this kind of shit. I don't know if I can do that to somebody that I like. Granted, you hurt me, and like you might have really fucked up. Even I think it might come from also the fact of like, I did all of this for you and expecting something back, and I try to not do that because at the end of the day, you're only gonna hurt yourself.
I think I get what you're saying. So that one sounds like a premeditated revenge is what like we're talking about.
Premeditated.
No, I can't do premeditated revenge and just keep going. Like, I'm an emotional person, so I think so. Someone asked me like, how do you want to be approached when something is not going right or when something's happening in your head? Like I speak, like I just talk it out. I would just say what's in my head. Like, look, I'm struggling at work. I don't really like this job. I'll just say it. I just need to say it rather than just keep this in my head and not feel like I don't want to complain to anybody, because I'm an emotional person anyways. So once I let out that frustration then and there, I don't need to then build a case for a year. I can't. I'll just speak. I'll just say like, fuck you and leave it like that. So, speaking of cheating, that thing, I think I was watching something recently. It kind of made me understand cheating. Like,
Talk to me.
Maybe I look and get it just to an extent, to some level, because like I always say, cheating is a young man's game. If you're below 25, don't cheat. But Like at that age, you hurt people get hurt. The older you get, the more people get invested, not just you. So if you're married now, you have kids, your kids are invested, your in-laws are invested, you're invested, your wife's invested, your life is invested, everything is tied.
Money, everything.
Everything is tied. So the implication of cheating on that situation is greater than in a uni student, just in general.
Yeah.
If you cheat in uni, trust issues, go to therapy.
You break up and maybe it might be awkward for a while while you
figure
walk
it
past
out.
each other, but it was cool.
Figure it out. But in terms of like, I was watching, I think, like a podcast, and they were talking about an affair. And when they were talking about it, and the people say, "Oh, just leave if you're not happy." But the woman was saying, like, "Look, I'm in a marriage where I have my whole life is here. My 2 kids, my husband, my car. We share a life, and I work together. And I've expressed to this man, there's 5% of my relationship, 10% here missing, and I've expressed it to you. It's like, look, we don't do enough date nights. We don't as intimate as you want to, and I continue to express this to you. Now, if I'm not getting it, people will say, "Oh, just leave if you're not giving me what you want." Not acknowledging you're leaving 90% of your actual life on the other side. So as a human, I can see how someone can rationalize, like, I've expressed this to so many times. Yes, I probably should leave, but am I going to leave these 2 kids for 10% that's missing? No. I'm going to compensate, because people say, leave the relationship. I'm like, I get it. Leave your marriage. But until you're in the situation where you had 2 kids and you feel like I've exercised all options and I've tried to come to you and you wouldn't satisfy me. And when this woman said it, after she actually ended up cheating and she explained to the husband, oh no, it was a movie. It's complicated. Yeah, the wife was the one that got cheated on. And then obviously they got divorced. She came to him after. She says, "You know what? I've always blamed you for cheating because you actually did the physical wrong. But I gave up on the marriage way before. When the kids came around, I gave up on the marriage. I stopped attending to your needs. And I knew it wasn't just as easy as you to leave your family because you really loved your kids. So you found another way to express it, right? Whether it be wrong." And it kind of made me look at it as like, I get it. You definitely should just leave if the relationship is lacking an aspect that you're missing. But the way, because she put it into perspective and she acknowledged, like, I know I gave up emotionally and mentally before you gave up even physically. But for some reason, it's like once the physical trust is gone, for the most part, that's when it's kind of like, yeah, the relationship has to be drawn. Whereas if it's the emotional, the mental, and the woman draws away, it's kind of like, oh, we don't have. You could tell your boys, oh, we don't have sex as much as you could. Then it's like gaslighting you. Well, you have 3 kids, but you feel like, then I can't express this. If I can't complain about this, as men, I need to find a solution for it. What's the solution?
But things, but like you can rationalize anything. Like,
yeah.
So because at the end of the day, like I can understand, like when you lay it out like that, you can understand why anything would happen. I can understand why someone would go out and kill somebody. I can understand why. You can understand not pretty much anything, but you can understand a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's one of those situations where cheating, I understand. Affairs is where it starts getting. Yeah, because
you're lacking the physical.
Well, if cheating and you fuck someone here, you fuck someone there, blah blah, grand. Well, like it's not great, but grand. And affair, you had to go start a whole new relationship. You're in a relationship.
Yeah, you have
do you get what I'm saying? Like you're in love with this person. Yeah. What's the point of having me here?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, granted, it makes life a bit messier, but you're not going for 10%. If you're having an affair, it's a lot more than 10%.
You're missing.
Like you're telling this person, oh, and the ones that I hate the most, the ones that I just don't understand the most is when they're bitching about their partner to their affair partner as well. Like, yeah, I just can't wait for him to leave. He just does this. Bro, just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah. I only brought it up because since I watched that movie, I've never, like, you obviously see life through a certain lens when you're younger. You're like, if you're just unhappy, leave. Like, you think it's just that simple for people who are actually, their life is tied together with 3 kids. And maybe it helped me better understand because it came from a woman. Like, in the movie, it was Meryl Streep. She was saying it. That she was like, I gave up. And she was like, that's why I get that. You couldn't just leave your family and your kids. You had to go find what was missing. And I get it. It's like, maybe it's still not an excuse, don't get me wrong. But when she had to say it, because if a man said that, I'd be like, nigga, you're just looking for a fallback to follow. I was like, yeah, fair. Because even the 90s Baby, on one of the clips, they were talking about, like, if your woman has an affair. And I think Tammy was kind of the one saying, well, we said for better, for worse, like, etc. He was kind of, like, if you watch the clip, he was the one rationalizing it because he's in the situation where this is his life. So he might actually be like, whereas Fred was like, yeah, you cheating has killed me. You cheating has killed me. So I was like, no, that's mad that you get older and you hear a perspective, and I'm kind of like, it's mad that she took accountability, realizing like he gave up on the relationship physically, but emotionally and mentally I checked out a long time ago, and eventually he just caught me where I was.
Yeah, like what's called, like for the most part, them situations there, like yeah, for the most part, it's like them situations there where you're going out to go start a whole ass affair.
Yeah.
It's usually more than one thing missing.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because like the thing is, he went out and one day one girl stuck it on him. He ended up fucking someone else. Blah 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 blah. You can't really you can not have to look at yourself and be like, bro, if you were just horny, you went out and you did some fuckery. Like let's be